My name is Tatiana Neuser-Bostel, and I'm a transplant recipient. Being told that you need a transplant to survive is a scary experience. The surgery is very involved, there are inherent dangers, it can be painful, and there is no guarantee of success. But in spite of all this, being a transplant recipient is the most I could have ever wished for. I was born with a very rare and complex heart defect, for which there was no known corrective surgery at that time. When I was 18 years old, I accidentally learned that doctors had told my parents I probably wouldn't live past 17. I guess nobody realised that they were dealing with such a fighting spirit. Thanks to a strong will and wonderful medical care over the years, I managed to stay reasonably well until about 3 years ago, when serious signs of heart failure took hold. I was originally listed for transplant in 2005. However, due to an unforeseen allergic reaction to a drug just a few weeks later, I found myself fighting to stay alive on a different level. Naturally, I was taken off the list. I did indeed fight back, and as soon as I regained moderate health, I was relisted, only to be delisted again because of an assortment of complications relating to other vital organs. Tests revealed that my kidneys and liver were not in good condition, and a transplant could place my life at risk. It was a severe blow to hear that the level of risk involved was too high to consider transplant at this time, but I refused to drop my bundle and continued to try and maintain my health and fitness so that I might be reconsidered at a later stage. I kept up my routine at the hospital gym, and with the persistent efforts of the heart and lung transplant teams trying to resolve the problems with my kidney and liver functions, I started to see light at the end of the tunnel. And as you can see from my standing here, luck once again turned in my favour, and I was relisted in November 2006 and received a heart-lung transplant in May last year. What a difference it has made to my life. Before my transplant, I was painfully thin, had a noticeably blue look with distinctly mulberry-coloured lips and very blue fingernails. I was the only girl I knew who bought lipstick to lighten her lip colour. I managed to enjoy life to a reasonable extent, but simple things were a real challenge. I was not able to walk for more than a few metres before having to take a rest stop, certainly trying to avoid hills. Talking whilst walking was virtually impossible. Stairs were a nightmare, and only counting the steps seemed to ease the effort of climbing them. Preparing an evening meal could wear me out, and on particularly bad days, just breathing was exhausting. Thankfully, this is in the past. My transplant has had a huge impact on my life, starting with seeing myself in the mirror for the first time a few days after the operation. I burst into tears when I saw my reflection. I simply didn't recognise the person looking back at me. I was pink. These days I love to cook, which is a real bonus because I've always loved to eat. I take the stairs without any hesitation. Stefan and I enjoy taking long walks, where apparently I do most of the talking. We had a week down south with plenty of bushwalking earlier this year, and we recently completed the 11k walk of the city to serve. We've gone and bought new bikes, of which we're making good use. Unfortunately, the dancing lessons I've always wanted have taken a back seat because of a little bike mishap at Rottnest in May, but it's still on our list of things to do. I've returned to part-time work, and we're looking forward to travelling overseas to revisit some of the lovely people and places I thought I'd never return to. As for the lipstick, these days I only wear lip gloss. Not only have our lives been transformed, but also those of our families. especially my beautiful mum. She is relieved and thrilled beyond description to witness my new life, and for her it is a dream come true. My only sadness is that my dad is no longer alive to see me now. To get me where I am today took a big team effort. Of course, none of my achievements would be possible without the selfless and precious gift given to me by my donor family. There are not adequate words to describe my gratitude to them, but I hope I can convey it simply by saying I dearly thank them for the rest of my life. I also know that I'm not only fortunate but privileged to live in a place where we have exceptional medical facilities and world-class medical professionals who work tirelessly in their respective fields to give people like myself a second chance of a healthy life. The passion and skill of the doctors, surgeons, nurses, physiotherapists, everyone who touches our lives in such a special way is second to none. My dear friends have been wonderful in their support over the years. And last, but by no means least, I owe so much to my adorable husband, Stefan. He's been so brave to take me on in the first place. And with his dedicated love and commitment, I never doubted that we could both do this. My story is just one of many. I would like to ask every person in this room tonight who has had a transplant, please join me here on the stage.
I know she would.
Aren't you proud of her?
Absolutely.
Where are you sitting?
Chapter 22.
In closing, I would urge all of you here tonight to give sincere thought to placing your name on the organ donor register, and most importantly, talk with your families about your wishes. It is not just a matter of filling in a form. Speaking with your family is paramount to ensure your request is carried out. It is only through the generous decision to donate organs or tissues to make the gift of life that people such as we here are able to enjoy a greatly improved life. Thank you and enjoy your evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reason that we are here tonight, please put your hands together for all these very brave people on the stage.